So I was on mute the entire
Pwede na
time.
tayo
What the hell?
magsalita.
Hi, good
Aloha.
evening. Oh, nawala si... Hi, what happened? Come back. Ayan. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Happy Friday.
Hello.
Hey. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yeah,
Friday.
Friday.
Gusto niyo ba yung wallpaper natin? Medyo bago na, no?
Ang
Pa.
bongga
Yes.
ng skin. Pak na pak.
Gusto mo yun?
Ang
Kasi hindi ka nawawala
ganda.
sa couch mo ngayon.
Ano yun?
Hindi ko na-catch yun.
Kasi hindi ka na ngayon nawawala sa couch mo.
Kaninong couch? Ako ba? Ay, oo, kasi naka-white ako, so hindi ako nag-fade into the background. Yes.
Oo.
Oh. At saka naka-pink si Miss Patty, at saka pink room din si Mark. Yes, love that.
Ito yung totoo kong kwarto.
Bakit?
Ito yung totoo kong kwarto.
May peke ba yung dati? Ayan. So, napanood na natin lahat ng episode.
White kasi. Before.
Okay.
Yes.
Talaga? Oh my God. So, what's in store for us? Ano ba? What are we doing tonight? Would like to share. Not all at once, guys.
Where do we start?
Oo nga eh.
Or you want me to start with the first question I had?
Ano ba yung format natin? Are we doing the same thing as what we did
Pa
for
rin, yung Yes, pwede naman.
Yeah.
Hello to our
Okay.
5 viewers. Call your
hi,
friends to
Makoy.
join
Hi.
us.
Hi, Vern. Nolan.
Masayang ating Friday night.
Wow.
Oh, hello, Nolan.
Hi,
Hi,
Nolan.
good evening.
Hi, Nolan. Good evening.
I appreciate you
Ayan, si
being
Nolan.
here. He
Hey,
actually
Nolan, what's
said,
up?
oh, hey, Makoy Koy. Hey, Makoy Koy.
Oh, good
Thank you
morning.
for being here. Good morning. So
Hey,
Makoy Koy is in
what's
New
up?
Zealand,
Good
which
morning.
means it's really past his bedtime.
Cool.
Because they're five
yes.
hours ahead of
Wow.
us.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Thank you for
Look at
staying.
that.
Well, thank you for being
Cool.
here. Yeah.
Hey.
So,
Ayan si Z. Hi, Z.
Hi,
Hi, Z.
Z. Thank you for joining us as
What's
well.
up?
So, tonight we're going to be talking about Gaya Sa Pelikula. And you guys are welcome to join in on the conversation. Just go ahead and put in the comments. And of course, we are going to be sharing our thoughts on it. And we're going to share your comments as well. Hi, Pietro. Yes,
And this is my
Lance.
friend Darren. Hey. Hi, mahal.
Yes.
Ayan, kasama si... Hey, mahal.
Ayun. Tapos na yung
Ayun.
episode.
Tapos na.
Tapos na yung episode. Ayan. So,
And someone is saying hi also, Mikey.
oh, hi, Lionheart. Oh my God. Hi, guys.
Hi,
So he
Lionheart.
mentioned, I think Nolan mentioned earlier that Zoom
Hello.
Hotel is here. So basically,
Yes.
there is a Zoom session that runs for about 30 hours because that's the limit.
Mhm.
And once it automatically closes because
Wow.
it's reached the 30-hour mark, another Zoom is opened up. And everybody who wants to be there can just be there. If they can
Right.
sleep in, they can sleep while we're there. And then there's Among Us games, and then people play music. Mark is the resident DJ,
Ah,
and Gail
talaga?
as well. Yeah, so if you have any requests, like, okay, can you play Dadalhin by Regine Velasquez? Boom, they're gonna play it for you. So it's
Ano yung dadalhin?
yeah. I requested that earlier.
Oo.
So yeah. So when they say the hotel Zoom, Jude as well is here. Hi,
Hi,
Jude.
Jude.
Okay.
Hey, dude.
For those who are joining us for the first time, we are Brouhaha B Squad, and basically we started off with talking about VL series, the ones that we love, and we are now going to be branching off into other things, like non-VL shows. But of course, we're still going to be doing our first love, which is VL. So we're gonna talk about Gaya Sa Pelikula episode 4 today. We're gonna weigh in, and I hope that you guys do as well. So, sino gusto mag-umpisa?
God. Wait lang. Di ba wala si Ange eh? Di ba wala si Ange? Pero nasa
Yes.
gitna talaga siya.
Yeah.
Oh, kita niyo sa skin. Sa back.
Yes. Right there.
Even Maya.
Actually, like,
Maya
Maya
also.
And Maya is
Ay,
joined.
ito lang.
Oh,
Si Maya
joined us
din
as well on
nakasama.
Si Maya.
this
sobrang
side. So this is the entire
Galing.
group, no? Pero 5 tayo today. Ayan. Okay, initial thoughts?
Yeah,
What would you like
first
to say
initial
about it?
thought for me was the last statement they said about pag-iisa.
Mhm.
Because I was thinking there's a more
Right, right.
poetic word for that in Filipino. Pero in
Mhm,
English,
mhm.
it sums it very well in English, solitude. But in Filipino, I was thinking so hard. What's another term for that? Especially that we have more pag-iisa or terms for being alone in Tagalog.
Uh-uh.
Lumbay, hambal, panglao, what other
Right.
terms,
Yeah.
which all have that same depth of loneliness.
Mhm.
But it's more on loneliness than being alone or being solo.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
I was telling you guys earlier, no, na medyo hindi ako kagalingan sa Tagalog. I actually failed Filipino 1 in college. Yay! So, for me, nakuha ko naman siya. But I like the quote because in Tagalog
Yeah,
it
me
says
too.
kapag may itinuro sa iyo ang pag-iisa, yakapin mo. And in English, it's when solitude teaches you something, embrace
Something.
it. So I think that's something that resonates with all of us because at one time or another we were all alone, and even these days, diba, because of the pandemic, I think we sort of feel alone as well because we're
Yes.
not
Yeah.
we're not outside, diba? We're not interacting like we used to. So basically, we're like
Yes.
in our homes, in our rooms, in our bedrooms, diba? So a lot of
Yes.
the times we feel
Yes.
sort of alone because even though there are family members or with other people in our homes, we're still isolated from the rest of the world. So that's why, yeah, I think we can all relate to that statement. And in a
Mhm.
way, we are sort of embracing the situation, although it is a bit hard because this is something we've never encountered before, and there's a lot of bad stuff that's happening in the world. But in a way, we are normalizing things by sort of doing other things to sort of distract us or to keep us occupied. But still, there is that feeling sometimes sa parang, ano ba to? Wala na bang iba? Nandito na naman ako, lagi na lang ako nasa bahay.
Yeah.
Right? So we're experiencing cabin fever. But yeah, McCoy, right? Those are actually kind of deep. But
Right,
it's
right.
all it resonates with a lot of us, di ba?
Yeah.
You guys agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Uy.
Oh, hi, Kale. Yes. Thank you, Kale. Thank you for being here, everyone. Ayan. So, what about you guys? Fatty, Mark, Nico, what do you guys think? Initial thoughts?
Can I just say, sobrang ganda ng pasok ng OST for this.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Super.
Yes.
Sobrang galing talaga. As in,
Ang ganda.
yung pasok nung songs, parang sakto siya sa bawat eksena. And it just
Mhm.
makes you feel deeper for that. Mas lumalalim yung feelings mo for that scene. And you connect even more with the
Yes.
scene because of the song. So,
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
sobrang ramdam na ramdam ko. And I was like, oh, oh, ganon. Yun lang.
Parang iba yung naisip ko dun, ha? Medyo iba yung
So sorry. Me too.
There's something glow in the dark afterwards.
Oh, ipasok na natin si Ange.
Ayan,
Ayan
ang glow in the dark.
Hi, Anne!
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
mag-hi
Ange.
muna tayo kay Ange.
Hi, Ange.
Yeah.
Hi, Ange.
Have you just finished?
Oo, naluha ako sa kilig. Oh my God.
Bakit? Go,
Explain.
Hindi yata. Wait lang, hindi yata. Dapat pala hindi mo na ako pumasok. Parang wala pa ako sa sarili.
Oh, sige, while
Dapat
you're
nagpakalma ka
gathering.
muna.
Oo nga eh. Pero I mean, di ba, medyo mahirap to recover from something like that. But Nolan said the Gaia OST gets better every week. And I agree,
Yes.
And I'm
Oh
not
my God, I
sure,
want to
but I
search
think
the songs
each
later.
episode has a different song. Am I correct?
Yes, the first one started with
Yes.
Yes.
Unti. The
Yes.
second set started with Celos. This one is
Mm.
Tahanan. So I think every
Right,
two
interesting.
episodes they have
Added to
different
the
theme.
playlist.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
are
Great.
original
Yes,
songs,
yes, yes.
right?
Song, I will add that to my
Right.
Like,
playlist. And every week there's a new song in my playlist. So yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes, me too,
actually.
Kaya.
That's what I
wow.
appreciate. That's one of the things I appreciate about Gaya Sa Pelikula because they're giving us original Filipino music, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
So, I mean, that's highly appreciated. And it hits hard kasi pag Tagalog eh. Parang iba yung mararamdaman mo eh. Parang
Mm-hmm.
closer to home
Yes.
That's right.
as it is in the language that you
Correct.
grew up in, right?
True.
Yes. True.
Si-
Can I
so, yung
be,
mga single
can I,
dyan, no, pasensya na.
oo
Eh.
nga eh. Can I be honest though? I really didn't like episode 1. I think I shared that to, Pila.
Mhm.
Parang nabitin ako. Parang, inabangan ko to sobra. Tapos yun na yun. But then,
Mm-hmm.
parang episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, patas ng patas yung, ko, kilig meter.
Kilig.
Told you so.
Mm. There is an official playlist by Globe Studios. Hey, thanks for the comments, guys. Thank you for letting us know.
Okay.
Yes.
Easier to find
Yes.
songs.
But I do have a question. Were these songs composed specifically for Gaya sa Pelikula? Or were these
No,
like
I
composed
think
prior to
no.
Gaya sa Pelikula?
Unti
Parang hindi.
Piano has been a long-standing
No.
song. I think it's been around
Parang
for
hindi.
at least 3 years.
Ah,
I'm not sure about the rest though,
okay,
guys.
okay. Ang
You
galing
know.
ng selection eh, no? I like
Ganda.
it.
Yes.
Hmm.
Maybe it's a JB Habak thing.
Is it JP that's choosing the songs, or is it
Or maybe the music score. Or, well, maybe he has to say on
Baka.
it, no?
Maybe.
Probably.
With Miguel, with Juan Miguel Severo pa there.
Yeah, with
So
Juan Miguel Severo on board
Right,
also.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's something
yeah.
that we can find out, no? Definitely. If you know, if they agree to let us interview them, well,
I wish.
Yes.
Why not?
okay. Grabe, ang dami comments. Thank you very much, guys. So Kale says, of course, that's how the pilot is. So in reference to your
Yeah.
comment, Ange, it gives you the high and it makes you beg for more and more.
Yeah, Angel.
So yeah,
Yeah, true,
right?
true.
Absolutely. So the killing meter keeps going up and up. And that's how it should be naman, di ba? Kasi kung medyo nagpa-plateau siya agad, nawawala ng interest yung mga
True,
tao.
true.
And they know well how to tease your audience with their little snippets of episodes. My God.
Oo, effective.
Yeah. Oh my
Right.
God.
Grabe
They start with Vlad being
We have to go
alone,
on.
and then suddenly you'd see a snippet of him
Right.
talking about Christmas, and you'd see Pao crying. So you don't know what's going on.
What is it about?
Correct. Di ba? And I think this is the halfway mark na, no? Because there are 8
Yes.
episodes and we're
Yeah.
at this is the 4th episode.
Aww.
Oo, magdadagdag kaya sila?
Oh, wait, at 8 episodes?
Magdadagdag yan dapat.
Yes, 8
8
lang.
episodes lang, as
Yeah.
far as I
What?
know.
8 episodes
Oh my
lang.
God.
Yes.
Shook
Well,
siya,
we don't
oh.
know
Pa,
because I
shook
think
yan.
they finished
We don't
filming
know yet.
already, right? So if there's gonna be additional, we don't know. But there most likely is gonna be a season 2. I mean, depending on how it's going, but based on the feedback from people and the reception, there's most likely gonna be a season 2. I would say.
But you guys,
Yes.
would you want to have another season ba? Season 2?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, so far.
So,
So far, yes. So far, yes.
With the chemistry of those two, and so far this
Oo
podcast,
naman.
Yes, one tangtangs.
Pancake.
Pancake.
Pancake cake with a candle.
mag-smorgasbord na tayo dyan. So, so sige, do you want to go through the lighters, satisfiers, and bummers?
Yeah.
Would like to share first. Would like to share first.
Feeling ko si
Most
Ange,
kilig.
maraming sasabihin talaga.
Oo.
wala pa ako sa sarili. Puro na lang yung sabi ko. Oh my God. They're so kilig. As in, their chemistry talaga. Actually, after episode 2 ba or 3, I started following them na like mga interviews nila. Yun yung ano, pag nagpa-fangirl na ako, nag-start sa, uy, tapos tiyan ko yung interviews nila. So, oh my God, I felt like Paolo Pangilinan talaga. He's so cute.
Yes! Ako rin.
Yes, he
Paolo Pangilinan
is.
talaga ako. Cute!
Oo.
And then, I think what made me appreciate this even more, parang kasi their characters in the series is not much parang different with how they are in real life. Kaya sobrang yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah, mas sobra yung kilig ko. So yan, ano pa ba?
Yeah.
Ano
Parang we were
pa?
talking sa group chat natin that we can liken these two to Max Tool eh.
Max
Na
and
it
Tool.
seems like their
Yes.
chemistry like goes
Yeah.
on and off screen eh. So, ayun.
Yeah, first the lighter is obviously the chemistry. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
agree.
Ian's acting, kasi I really felt the sadness, yung pain niya nung when he was alone. And, ang
True.
ano, parang medyo na-teary-eyed din ako sa scene na yun. Eh.
Aww.
And of course, we
Mm.
already discussed the OST and the musical scoring. Perfect talaga. Grabe. As in,
Swak.
Yes.
Yes.
the
Mm.
yeah, Ian acting like a kid is, yeah. Kasi
That's so
parang di ba in
cute.
the first 3 episodes, parang medyo, ano man tawag doon? Parang like, kunyari, masungit siya or whatever. Tapos bigla
Right.
Uh-oh.
episode na to, we saw his parang soft side. So, parang, yun.
By the
And
way,
then,
fun fact, guys. Sorry, Ange. I just want to
ano
say,
ba?
Makoy Koy is an Ian stan. He will fight you if you try to play Ian.
Oh.
I'm just letting you guys know. Just letting you
Nako.
know.
Makoy
I
Koy is
love
all
him.
yours.
I
He
love
will be
him.
watching. He will be watching you guys. But we keep telling him Ian is community, so I mean, you can't help it. I mean, there are gonna be karibal out there, so yeah. Ayun, go on,
But since
continue.
we're
Sabi
talking
ko
about acting, no? Parang, hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, go
Yes.
ahead,
Yes,
go.
we can.
Yes. Nadidelay na naman ako. Gusto mo yun?
I feel DT.
I feel unique.
Okay.
Mention
Anyway, so I'll just
PLDT.
keep on talking, no? I'll just keep on.
Yes.
Ayun, so
Go on, go on.
parang like we're talking along the lines of like acting. I just super like the acting of these two. I just felt like Pao Pangilinan really naturally gave and delivered his character. I felt like he wasn't really reading through the script. I felt that he was the character itself. I think one of the
yeah.
things that we sometimes see in BLs is that some actors just try to act out the character, but you can feel that it's not necessarily the character. Minsan nawawala sila sa character nila eh, no? I also like Ian Pangilinan. Ayan, Makoy Koy. I'm also supporting Ian Pangilinan. It's not just Pao Pangilinan. Because it just comes out naturally eh, no? Parang ang swabe lang ng acting. It just comes out so naturally. And he soft, 'di ba, yung pag-soften niya, yung versatility. Okay, yung versatility niya just really is apparent on screen eh. So, yeah, I'm supporting these two basically. But I have something in common with Ange though. 'Di ba kasi sa Game Boys, parang we both stan si Cairo, si Elijah Canlas. Ako rin, Paolo Pangilinan din ako for some reason. Ba't ganon?
Yeah. He's so cute. Oh my God. Sorry.
Ulo?
Girl na naman ako dito.
O, diba? O, yun lang. That's it from my end.
Okay, who's next?
I can go
But-
next. I mean, for me, I think when it comes to acting, I like how they speak with their eyes, those little gestures without talking. They really
Yes.
show
Yes.
you with that. Ang galing nun. Without even dialogue, you can see the longingness, you can see the happiness, you can see the sadness, the pain. Especially that solo moment when he was just dancing alone with the picture frame. That really hit hard on me. Parang I was bound to tears because I think in fast forward Christmas time, I might be the same guy holding a picture of me, hugging that while dancing, and that alone. Parang ganun. That's the same feeling I'm emphasizing with. So there. So it really hit hard, especially with that acting, pagpasok with the music as well of Tahanan and Everyone Needs a Home. It's
The
also a
hug.
throwback and a hug. It's a
Ano?
throwback of both yung past episode and this episode. Yeah, and I appreciated Pao right now because I stand Ian more. Sorry, I'm a but I'm taken anyway. Peace my heart.
Yes, 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 yes.
So right here, I lean towards Pao because I see more of his character. I see more of what is he like with interacting with other people, especially with Anna. So I got to see that other side, and the circle grew as well when I saw Vlad talking to Sue, and now I understood why he had a disdain of saying the switch ni Sue saying from Christmas to birthday. Oh, it's the birthday, because Ian pala was the Grinch, or si Vlad was the Grinch of Christmas.
Right.
Mm.
So I like those character developments, so those little moments na ganun. Yes, and when I said Sue is amazing, she just reminds me of another good friend of mine.
Yeah, me too, actually. That's what I'm gonna say. I have a friend who's like her. Yeah.
But my friend does surfing, so parang similar vibes. We went to Bali before, so she reminds me of Sue, especially the skin color, the way she talks, the way she speaks. Parang, oh, that's Sue. That's my best friend too.
Yeah.
We all have Sue in our life. We all have Sues in our lives, no?
Yes, like we have pearls in
Yeah.
our life, we have Sues in our life. It was amazing. What if we have an Ate Judith in our life? Judith.
Judith.
Judy.
Progress.
Ate Judith did not appear this episode, no? Wala si
No,
Ate
she
Judith
didn't.
ngayon.
She was
Actually,
only
bawal
mentioned. She was
lang.
only mentioned.
Bawal.
Well, was it her? I think it was the mom, right? It was the mom that called
Pero the
using
phone-
Judith's phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Judith's
Yeah.
phone number, right?
It was the mom.
Patty, Mark, how about you?
How about you guys?
Topi Pate. I'm still processing my thoughts and myself and my whole being.
Whole being talaga.
Grabe,
So
oh my God.
unusual, no? I'm really quiet. I'm usually the one who's always
Yeah, I've been
I
waiting
know.
for you
I'm
to
quiet.
talk. I'm like, is Mark okay?
He's processing.
Go. I'll tell you more about it later.
Sige,
Alright.
Patty.
So probably me in terms of I like them both equally. So hindi ako makapili ng bias between Ian and Pao. But I like them both. As in chemistry wise, they're really good, acting, they're really good. Siguro I don't know what made the I don't know pero parang ang relatable nila in some way. That's why I feel a certain attachment for both of them. Parang we
Same.
have parts of ourselves that we can see with Vlad, and then we have parts of ourselves which we see with Carl.
Same.
And no, 'di ba? Tapos yeah, in terms of acting, really good. But I think what really made me love this is the OST. Sobrang galing talaga.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for a good song. Sorry.
Me too.
Napapansin ko yun sa mga, parang, for me, if the OST is nice, it makes the series or what I'm watching nicer. Ganon.
Yeah.
Parang it's a mood setter for me. So if the OST
Right.
is nice, medyo nagiging bias ako. Sorry
Same.
talaga.
Same.
Actually,
Hello,
he
girl.
did the theme song test pala. He did the theme
Ha?
song. He did the theme song test kasi
Yes.
si ano yung nakita niyo. Ah!
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
So Makoy says, props to Paulo for giving the same level of acting with Ian, who's a theater musical actor. Chemistry is there since the first episode, very true. And not being biased, but it's the top BL for me right now. Yes, it is actually number one for a lot of people, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Juan Miguel Severo did
Tapa.
not let us down.
Tapa.
In fairness naman.
True.
Yeah.
Oo. And talagang hinahype niya from before. And I guess the hype is really well deserved, no?
Yes. But I think it's only expected naman, diba? Because number one, Globe Studios, I think
Yeah.
it's a very good
And
outfit. and also it's by Juan Miguel Severo,
Yes, yes.
and then you have these two theater actors or performers, diba? So
Mm-mm.
yeah, dapat yung kalibre mataas talaga.
Yes.
Oh,
And
hi
we also have
Kupono.
JP Habak.
Right, right.
Aloha ka
JP
po no.
Habak.
Yes.
JB Habak pa.
Yes, correct. And
And
these
she's
are
working in
very
Galing. Galing talaga. Powerhouse. Powerhouse.
okay, just to let you guys know, Alicia is someone in the UK. She's part of the Zoom Hotel, and the reason why Dapa is
Okay.
being put there is because the UK they don't really pronounce the last T, so instead of that part, so she would say Dapa, Dapa,
Ah,
Lakpa.
Dapa,
Dapa.
Ah, 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 ah.
Dapa.
Cute!
Cute nung
That's
reference.
cute!
Ayan. So now we all say
Dapa.
Dapa by Alicia.
Tapa.
Yeah, there you go.
Tapa.
Ayan.
We'll do that to BBS. Dapa.
Yeah, that
Tapa.
part.
Ayan, handa na yata si Mark.
Ready na si Mark.
Ready na ba, Mark?
Is your
Or
being
Ready
gusto
na
mo,
po
iba muna?
pagkataon niya.
Iba muna.
Sorry. Nagkaroon lang ako ng konting, tatlong visitors sa room. So,
Oh, wow.
dumaan lang sila.
Wow.
So, mga
Sandali.
naglapag ng bag. Mga bagong uwi.
Ah,
Di,
okay.
my nieces and my nephew. But anyway.
Kala mo elemento.
No, no, no.
Dumaan sabi mo eh. Ayan. Sige lang, go na.
Um, it's the 27-minute mark of our live, but I'm still trying to process what I've watched.
Mm-mm.
It's where do I start? Okay, let's start with with what I loved about it, and this might take us long if we will talk about what I love about Gaya
Go!
Sa Pelikula.
Go ahead.
First.
Go ahead.
Well, I guess you've all mentioned already that the songs, like the OSTs, the musical
Mm-mm.
scoring, on how it was really incorporated with the story, with
Yeah.
how it every song or every particular part of the song hits right in the nail in the proper spot of where the scene is. So it's enough said. The music is really, really, really good. I mean, I cannot remember the last time I've watched a series where I felt the songs just as how I felt the scenes, because it always happens to me, like when you're watching a series or a movie, or for whatever content, and then you embrace and you devour the story, the acting, the visuals, but sometimes the music just skips to your ear. I mean, it enters your left and exits to the right, but
Mm.
this, no, it's part of the story, it's part of the experience, as what I've mentioned
Yeah.
last, I think it was last week, that I'm experienced watcher. I want to feel the moment while I'm watching. And clearly, since I was really speechless the first part of our live session, may feels talaga for me. I mean, I
Yeah.
think the
Yes.
yeah,
No.
right. I think the very reason why it's so relatable for us, even for those who may have not experienced the same things in their lives,
Mm.
it also became relatable, especially for our generation, especially for this year, for the reason that you felt, or I don't know, for but I feel, and I hope you also guys feel, that the creators of the series, the creators of the production, is also a part of our community. They're also parts of our community. They
Yes,
are
they
not
are.
detached from their audience, because that's what
Mm.
I always get from mainstream productions. I mean, they are up in the sky. I mean, they don't look down on us as audience, but they're somehow detached from the viewers, or somehow detached from their market. But for this one, kasi no eh. I mean, they're also part of our community. Like, we scroll through the same timelines on Twitter. We
Yeah.
watch the same
Yeah.
trending videos on Facebook. We watch the same BL shows, Thai,
Mhm.
Filipino, or whatsoever, Korean, Chinese, Taiwanese. So it's, I mean, that's one satisfier for me. That how it's so relatable is that I felt that the experience of the creators, the experience of the production, is also what I've experienced. So that's what really hits hard sa akin. Diba? I'm still processing
I
myself.
know.
Um,
Alam mo,
well, another thing is because I'm really looking forward to Gaya sa Pelikula way before. Because of, well, one, JP Habak, one, Miguel Severo, but
Mm.
also because of Paolo Pangilinan, because I've heard of him before. I mean, he's part of the UP Pep squad, so
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm,
I
mm.
I I see him before. I already see him. Well,
Yeah, me too. I think.
we're not from the
is
same
he cute
we're
in
not from
real
the same
life?
campus.
Yeah, I think I've seen him
I've
live.
seen him once. I've seen him once. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
I've seen him live
Yun.
at when he was thinner pa.
But
Because my campus
anyway,
is practically just
uh,
across CHK. So I
oh,
see him once in a while.
Mm.
well, ako naman, I'm from UP Manila, so I don't see him every day, but I've seen him once sa isang, what do you call this, in the pep in ano you call this, cheer dance competition.
Yes.
But I've also seen him up close. I think that was in Macdo, Katipunan. So when I
Oh,
looked at him, I was
okay.
like, oh my God, it's like, shit, guwapo pre.
I wanna see him too.
Bro, you want to share a chicken?
Grabe. I think that was that was before his prime, or that was before this guy sa pelikula. That was before
Mm-mm.
he became an actor for a McDonald's TV commercial. So that was
Mm.
way
Ah,
before.
Mhm.
Yeah,
yes, ako.
he's in the McDo TV ad. Yeah, you can look for
Okay,
Okay.
it in
cool.
YouTube.
Okay,
I
I'll
wanna
look for
see
Oh.
him.
And one thing I also like about Gaya sa Pelikula is how effective the acting is. I was really worried then, just like I think most people who have seen Gaya sa Pelikula. I was also worried for Paula Pangilinan because Globe Studios,
Mm.
the names Globe Studios, Juan Severo, JP Habak, and then you have Ian Pangilinan, who's a well-known theater actor in the Philippine scene. So
Mm-mm.
I was really worried for him. But when I watched the first episode, like, oh my God, he can deliver. I mean, I I, I will not single him out.
Truly.
Na
Mm.
he's the one
Mhm.
that should be babied in the set, but I think he
Yeah.
can deliver. Especially there's this one particular scene in episode 1. I know we're only talking about episode 4, but I can't
Mm-mm.
stop myself from talking about this. There's this one
They're all
particular scene from
connected.
episode 1.
Mm-mm.
Yung sumigaw siya, like when he screamed when he found that Ian
Other
or
theater
Vlad is
scene.
inside his unit. Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God,
Yeah.
it's it. I can't imagine how many scenes that took that particular, or how
It
many takes
takes.
that particular scene were shot, because
Mm.
it's not easy to act as if you're screaming.
You're
It's
scared,
as
yeah.
it's as
Yeah.
it's also not easy to act if you're laughing, more so crying, but
Right.
to scream, a non-awkward screams, like, oh my God, it shows how talented the actor is.
Actually,
Mm.
um
I think in
Right.
episode 2 or 3, he screamed again eh.
Yeah.
The spirit of Ate Judith when
Oh yeah.
yeah,
I
oh my
jumped
God,
at that
yeah.
scene. I was like,
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
And I
I
think we
did
had to
not
rehearse
expect
it.
Oo,
that.
eh.
I think what
mas
Malakas
happened
high
was
kasi si
during
note
that
Dominic.
yung
time,
scheme niya dun. Mas high note yung scheme niya dun.
tapos I think
mm,
it was actually practiced
Oo, mas mataas.
off-screen muna because ginulat talaga
mm.
siya ni Ate Judith. And then sabi ni Direk, I
Ah.
want that to happen on screen.
Talaga.
Nice
Okay.
trivia. I think there was
Okay,
even a
feeling ko
comment
may
by some
delay, pero
people.
go.
Yeah, may konting delay. And there was even a comment by, I think, one of the netizens na sabing, parang, ang pinunta ko rito kilig. Ayoko na kinatakot ako. Bakit may ganyan, direct?
True.
Because everyone was caught unawares and caught surprised by that.
Yeah.
Boom!
But it's also effective, ah. It's also effective because it gives you a different thing of it, and a different exhilarating feeling while watching. It's not purely kilig kilig kilig, but also there are other dimensions on how you feel the episode.
Right. So that's the thing that we like about it. There's a lot of variety, right? It's not like monotonous or anything
Yeah.
of that sort.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of different things that happens. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Hmm. Well, I
Anything
like
else,
the ref
Mark?
scene of episode 3, I think. I was like, oh my god, that's so innocent. Yung
Oh,
ilalagay sa ref because he likes it
Oh, oh
cold.
my
that
God.
Like,
condom.
Sobrang cute,
Absolutely.
sorry.
And then
yun yung, oh my god, parang when my
so
mom,
I think
parang,
I think it's
my
my
mom,
most
I was with my mom with, yeah, me too. I really like that scene. I was watching it beside my mom and she asked me, why am I giggling? Why am I laughing? Why are my feet up in the air? Well, I can't really.
Actually,
Kasi 'di ba, yung the moment he went upstairs after the scene, sabi like, oh my god, that's
he flipped.
every step is a step of humiliation. It's like
yeah.
the shame bell
Yeah.
of Game of Thrones. Oh my god.
Shame, shame. Yeah, absolutely. And that wasn't even scripted, right? I mean, it happened ano talaga. So, but they kept it in the scene because, of course, it was very effective. It just goes to show or sort of like demonstrating how like out of sorts he was because of what he said and what he thought. Right? Ayun. Anything else, Mark?
Yeah, that's it, that's it.
Yeah. Nico, have you already shared? But I can go muna. So for me, the lighters really was actually the couple themselves, diba? Sila naman talaga yung main couple. It is their story, it is their journey that we are watching here, and I really really like you guys mentioned yung chemistry, and I think I mentioned this at one point sa Zoom Hotel that it's basically when they play around with each other, pag may banter na nagaganap, it's very
Yeah.
natural, diba? So, tapos parang nakikita mo yung playfulness, nakikita mo yung familiarity, yung comfort level nila sa isa't isa. Especially that last scene, I mean, especially that scene na nasa, ano ba yun? Nasa upuan si Vlad. And then, oh, bye Nico. Well, see you soon. And then dumaan si,
Up
Ah,
again.
nasa couch si Carl, and then dumaan si Vlad, and then parang nagpapaluan sila. So, oh my God, that's so cute. Diba? I mean, I really felt something in that particular scene because it is something that, like maybe initial stages of couples, di ba, what they do, especially pag medyo nag-aaway sila. So may mga ganong klaseng, yun nga eh, parang playful banter na nagaganap. And I also like actually the lines that they throw in the movie as well. I think the script is pretty well
Yeah.
written. It's pretty well thought of and laid out, diba? So, for example, Grinch ka, alam mo yun, parang Grinch ka, tapos
Yeah.
parang sinabi na, actually, Christmas is a pagan ritual.
A capitalist tool
Actually.
for parang
We
ganun.
allow,
Mm-mm.
so, have like a
Actually.
different way of thinking about it. But you get that he would say that because he is the type of person who doesn't enjoy Christmas, and there are people like that. And maybe because, and this is me overthinking it probably, but maybe because he feels that his birthday is lumped up with someone else's birthday. I mean, even though it is Christmas, it's like parang hindi ikaw yung center stage, hindi ikaw yung bida nung araw na yon. So parang in
Yeah,
a way, I think that he
it's not your
feels
day.
exactly, diba? And I think we've already seen that there is some estrangement from the parents. We don't know exactly what that is yet, but it feels somehow that Vlad thinks that he might not be important to them, and that's why he separates himself from them as some sort of defense mechanism. So that's why I mean he prefers to be alone at Christmas and just drink his woes away, diba? So yun. Tapos may ano dun eh, parang he mentioned something about Jesus is too forgiving to be a Capricorn. And then
I love that.
initially,
I love that
initially,
line
di
actually.
ba? Initially, Carl said, huh? Ano sinabi mo? But then, at the end, when he was giving the
Oh
pancakes,
yes.
he actually verbalized it as well. So he was listening. Alam mo yun? Which also gives another
Yeah.
indication na, nagkukunwari pa to si, pero nakikinig talaga siya. Right? So that's another dimension. It's like, okay, he's holding back a little bit, but you know that he likes Vlad. He's just not admitted it to himself fully, right? Or it's there in his subconscious, but he hasn't acknowledged it fully. right? Um, and I think that the personal touches of Carl's character, like putting the stockings there, putting gifts there, and these are very well
Yeah.
thought out gifts,
Oo.
right? He initially he didn't want to have someone in his apartment because he's not used to having someone else share the space. The same as with Vlad, right? But then the first gift that was opened by Vlad was a pair of slippers, and it said something like "Because you live here too," right? So I think that's a very thoughtful gift, right? Which I think was a very well thought out detail by the writer, diba? And then the second was a photo frame, right? So I'm not entirely sure if the photo frame is complete in itself because the writing says "Hello Saturday," and so far we haven't seen any indication of what Saturday means for Vlad. So I'm thinking it might just be the
Yeah.
thing that comes along with the photo frame. Alam mo yun, yung parang may insert lang. But
Mhm.
it may be
Could it be a throwback
um,
as well from one of the movie references? Because I think Makoy Koy was saying episode 4 paid homage.
mhm.
Sana maulit muli and Got to Believe. I'm not sure which ones doon.
Yeah. That's
Yeah. So
me.
Oh,
hopefully that's something that
Saturday.
we can I don't know we can clarify. But wasn't there a
Yeah.
part of the movie of the episode wherein Carl was looking at a photo, and I think it was a photo of Vlad and his dad. Tama ba?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think that may have something to do with it as well. That
Mhm.
Vlad put something personal on the photo frame and then put it anywhere he
And
likes
display.
in the apartment because
Yeah,
it's
because
Yeah.
sort of like a nesting
yes,
thing,
yes,
right?
Uh,
yes.
Something personal that he can put there to indicate that he is part of this space. Diba? So yun, yung mga details na gana, para I really enjoy and I like it. So it's it's very interesting to see those details and how they tie in to the story, etc. and so forth. Diba? Um, Another delighter for me would be si Sue, like you guys mentioned, diba? So we talked a little bit earlier about maybe Sue having had an interest in Vlad. Maybe they were together or maybe they had a thing, but now she's just a really, really supportive friend. And I like that she has these nuggets of wisdom, sort of like Pearl-like. Pero ayoko rin naman i-compare because it's like a completely different BL, diba? But I think Sue is turning out to be something along those lines, like the best friend who is supportive and who will
yeah.
tell you to your face what you need to hear and not necessarily what you want to hear. Diba? When she was talking to Vlad, he was like kicking his feet because he was a little bit frustrated, but he knew that she was telling it like it is. Diba? She was telling him straight. So that's what I like about Sue. Um, Actually, the female characters in this episode I like. Like Anna is another female character that I like.
Yeah.
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 Diba? The
Very
way that she
fierce.
I know the way that she talked to her client and the way that she commanded the space.
But
She
she's
Scorpio,
sneaks
man.
into the
naturally
room.
Scorpio.
she's naturally fierce. It's not pilitin.
She's
Oo.
correct. It was very, very natural, but not in sort of like an offending kind of way. But it was
Yeah.
more like a, oh, okay,
Yeah.
she's kind of cute or whatever, something like that. And
Yep.
then the way that they bonded, her and Carl, it was pretty cute, diba? Because they liked the same things, they were relating to each other, they were speaking the same language and all that. So, and they even had a cry fest. And funny enough, it was over Kathniel, and I don't know why, but whatever. Diba?
And she's
So
dating a
that's pretty.
gangster.
Yeah, she's dating a
Yeah,
gangster.
Yeah. She's dating a
gangsta.
guy.
Why would you? I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I'm not a Kathy fan. I'm sorry, but I don't know. Maybe there's some significance
Anna the
there.
Scorpio. I
Sorry, Anna the
Yeah.
Scorpio. Yes,
Scorpio.
she is a
She's
Scorpio. She
strong,
did say
I'm
that.
a
feisty,
Scorpio too,
fiery.
but
Yeah.
Oh.
Diba? Yeah.
pero hindi ako
Yeah.
marunong tumingin ng hindi ako lie detector. Hindi ako magaling mag-detect ng lie.
Well, yeah.
Bakit
I don't know.
gano'n?
I think it takes a certain amount of skill. I think.
And practice.
Yeah.
And
Hindi
practice,
totoo
Practice.
absolutely.
nila.
Yeah.
Yun lang yung bummer ko. Hindi totoo yun. Hindi applicable for all Scorpios.
Oh. But then again, horoscopes are horoscopes. You sort of like take them the way that you want to, diba? Parang you get what you need and then that's it, diba? Kasi minsan generic yung mga sinasabi sa horoscopes, but then
Yep.
we can all relate to it somehow because
Yep.
we add our own interpretation into it.
Experience and interpretations to what we've read. Yeah.
Correct. And I also like that Anna is able to read the room because when Vlad was starting to throw a tantrum because of the dishes, she was like, "Ay, kailan ko na yata umalis? Okay, I'm gonna leave you." Diba? Parang she was able, I mean, even
Yeah.
though she can be very strong, she
Yeah.
still also knows how to pull back and sort of like
She
give people
said, yeah,
space
yeah.
because she knows there are
Yeah.
some things that you can be a part of and there are some things that you just need to get out of the room for, right? So I really
Yeah.
appreciate
Yes.
that about her. She's very sensitive in that way. Diba? I also like the exchanges between the two, diba? Yung parang, no! Parang ano, diba? Parang Carl said something like, why are you still acting like a jealous boyfriend? Oh, you don't have to because she already knows about us. And he
Yeah.
Oh,
said, who
yeah.
said I was acting angry? Who said I was acting angry?
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
And it was
In
Oh my
that
god.
scene, oh my god, in that scene, I threw it,
right?
across
Yeah.
and ganon.
Mm. Right. Right, it was a scene of jealousy, absolutely, absolutely. So it was sort of like a turnaround because in the previous episode when Vlad was talking to someone on the phone and he said, oh, he's just a friend, Carl was like, I don't know, he felt a little something something, right, that maybe he was feeling a little bit jealous, and that's when Celos came in. But this time it was the other party getting jealous of Carl, right? So that's a complete turnaround.
Yeah.
And now you can see that things are sort of like developing and progressing. They're sort of like getting on the same page, right? And eventually they will meet in the middle somewhere, and then it'll be finally a full blown, confession or something. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're still waiting for
So
that scene. He'll be saying again the same lines. Did they just one with that accused you asked
right,
the
Ken,
I forgot that
mm,
line.
accusing you of a criminal act,
Good.
right? Ayun. Satisfiers. I don't know. I think satisfiers would be maybe the putting up of the Christmas decor. And I think it was a plot device really, so that to get into the spirit of things.
Yep.
I was a bit surprised by that because it's still in our timeline. It is still only October, but then again, it is very traditional for people to put up Christmas things, right? So that's a satisfier for me. What was not a bummer, but what was surprising for me, or maybe something that I was became curious about, because when Vlad woke up, the Christmas decor, all of the Christmas decor was gone, and then it was Happy Birthday all over the place. And I was like, wow,
Yeah.
the quickness, girl, nagawa mo yan lahat, tulog si Vlad. Paano
Diba?
nangyari yun? So it
Nalate
was like,
kasi nagising.
na late nang gising, and
Lasing si
maybe
Koya. Lasing si
right,
Oo
Koya.
maybe
nga.
super lasing, pero oh, girl, the quickness, wow.
Pero
So
he was
I
able to
Diba?
change his clothes eh. That's why was wondering. Change
yeah.
his
So
clothes?
Yeah.
Oo
maybe
nga.
it would have been fun if Anna had helped in, and that would have explained maybe the quickness of some sort, and that would have been a fun scene as well,
Mhm.
diba? Parang Anna
Ah,
and Carl sort of like tiptoeing around, making sure that they don't wake up Vlad. That would have been a cutesy scene as well, diba? So it's not a bummer, but something I think they could have capitalized on it a little bit more. But seriously, when Vlad turned around and
I
Carl was
cried.
holding that stack of pancakes,
I
kinilig
cried.
ka, kinilig talaga ako.
Ako din.
Ako din.
Um, and
I cried because of Kilig.
when he did you guys notice when he blew the candle, it became very slow motion, almost
Yes.
to give us an indication that he was wishing for something. And we don't exactly know what the wish was about, but I have an idea. I have an idea that it might have been something to do with Carl.
Mhm.
So I don't know, right? But pero slow motion, eh? So that's something of significance. And also when he turned to Carl, and then there was that really goofy grin on his face. I know this guy is falling in love. This guy is really falling in love with this guy, diba? So parang you can really tell. You can see it in his face. And that's what I like about these actors because they're very transparent. You can see it on their faces, what they're feeling, how they're feeling it, to what degree. And I mean, I asked the Zoom hotel earlier, parang, what did you like about this episode? And they said everything. And really, parang there's nothing really
Same.
that you can talk about this episode, diba? Because
Same.
parang
Yeah.
bam, 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 bam. Parang sunod-sunod yung ano eh, yung parang hindi lang 1-2 punch eh. Parang
Yeah.
it's 5 punches. Alam mo yun, parang before you even recovered from the first one, here comes another one. So,
Yeah.
alam mo yun.
And I think
I,
Nolan
I,
was asking for the translation of the lyrics. If you just watch this episode, I think it encapsulates the whole translation of the lyrics of
Yeah.
the song
yeah.
Tahanan. Kasi the lyrics would say that even if your doors are
Mm,
closed, my arms are
mm,
open and you can enter my heart. And slowly,
mm,
slowly but slowly, we're gonna be forming our world together. And he's
mm.
saying na tahan-tahan na what would say na please stop. Ay parang don't just slow down, stop crying. We're home.
Tahan-tahan can also be translated into there, or everything's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
I
something
think,
like everything's gonna
right?
be okay.
Don't
Yeah.
cry.
Home. Don't cry, we're
Yeah.
home.
We can try to find a translation for you, Nolan.
Yeah, wala pa eh.
We'll see if we can help you with that.
Yeah, I think that's the
Um,
rough translation of the whole thing. But I think that
mm,
scene where he was
mm.
going to hug Ian, when Paolo was hugging Ian, I think that was the encapsulation of the song itself. That
Yes,
moment.
absolutely. And I think we've all noticed it. You've all mentioned it as well, right? That every ending scene, they become closer and closer to each other. This
Mhm.
time, they're sitting beside each other on the floor.
And the kulitan
And
scene between that.
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
And remember in the third episode, um, Vlad sort of like reached for the remote, but then Carl took it away from him. This time, Vlad got to actually touch the remote, right?
Yeah.
Before
Yeah.
he sort of like, let me take that back. But he was allowed to take the remote. And then when that happened, I actually got an image of Adam Sandler singing, "I'll even let you hold the remote
The remote
Oh
control."
control.
yeah.
Diba? Diba?
Oh.
Oh my god, the
Yes.
Especially,
details.
especially if you, diba? That's a movie reference. And especially if you are a movie buff and you don't like people messing with your, I don't know, with your movie playlist or whatever is on your screen, letting them actually hold the remote and eventually letting them choose the movies is a very huge step, diba? Because you can be very selfish with your movies, with you want to watch, diba, etc. and
Yeah.
so forth. And this is why I'm thinking that maybe in the coming scenes, he will be the one to choose the movies, like talagang holding the remote, diba? And in this scene, or in this episode, he's still sleeping on the couch. So I'm waiting
Yeah.
for that episode wherein they will be sleeping on the same bed, respectfully.
Oh my god.
I mean, platonically at first, but I'm looking for that time wherein they will be sleeping. Kasi pinakama na yun, di ba?
Baka
So,
magamit yung bigay ni ano.
we will,
Oo.
Oo nga.
para magamit, sayang eh. It's a big bed. I mean,
Yung load
Yeah.
the other space is, yeah, sayang. It's a waste. So, let somebody sleep there. So, yun. Right. Oh my God. It's a really good episode, guys.
Yeah. I
Really
also like the
enjoyed
scene
it.
where they were pulling each other's blanket when Vlad covered himself with a blanket and and then Paolo was like to pull from that same blanket.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right. It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But um, he was able, I mean, Carl was able to put a little bit of the blanket over himself. So again, that's another indication that, hey, I'm allowing you to sort of like use my personal stuff, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm opening myself up to you a little bit more. So that's a pretty
Yes.
good thing. Diba? Sometimes action speaks louder than words talaga.
Mhm.
So I'm glad that they're utilizing it really well in this episode. Ang dami ko na nasabi. How about you guys? What else? What else can you say about the episode?
Parang wala akong bombers.
Oh
I'm still on the high.
Still processing.
No
Still
bummer.
processing.
Mali
No
No
pa.
more, no
bummer. Yeah.
bummer.
Mali pa lang after watching reaction agad parang, ang saya ko eh.
True.
Oo, walang bummer
I
so
mean,
far.
yeah, for a middle episode, it was a good middle episode. So, if we're going telenovela series, nako, expect either the worst or the height coming in the next few episodes.
Oh, yeah. I'm not ready to be sad.
I know, but it might be. I'm still waiting for the accusation again to come up.
You have last for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I I I don't want it to have the what do you call this, the together kind of run where there is no
yeah.
fun. like
Yeah.
the first. I want parang even if it's against my will, I would rather have a sort of a down moment for them just to give us like a roller coaster of emotions and not just be blast us with kilig 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 because for me it will kind of get um what's the English for umay but wala no but yeah mauumay ako with ano. Uy, meron
Wala.
ba wala
Well,
okay
May, parang wala, no? Wala.
wala at
But it's like
feelings
tayo.
you
wala
get
di ba
tired of the same taste over and over and over again.
yeah Ay,
Hi.
may bummers ba tayo
I don't
So
think
far
so.
ako wala.
I
I
don't
love
None
you,
have.
for me so far.
Papas. I love you.
Yeah, pang pang.
Oh, I'm such...
Yeah.
Bakit parang walang reaction video?
Actually, we
hi
didn't make
Harry
after watching the series, Harry. So
Ah,
it's not a
Ah,
maybe we
live
can do
we
reaction.
that.
already watched it.
Oo, maybe we can do that some other time, no? In the next few
yeah
episodes, perhaps, no?
Yeah, it will test Nico's
yeah
editing skills.
yes
Mm.
do you want a bummer? I have a very soft bummer.
Yeah,
What?
the
It's
Go
not
latest
really a
ahead.
bummer,
series.
but it just it just concerned me a little, very very little bit lang naman.
Mm.
What do you call this?
Bye, Makoy.
While watching episodes 1 to 4, we can already because each episode is just like 20 minutes, 25 minutes max. Just like Game Boys, diba? Like yung the length of the
Mm,
episode is very short.
mm,
And for them to
mm,
and given that they only have 8 episodes, they are really on a crunch time to share the story, like be as cohesive and as complete
mm,
as they can for the short amount of time and the short amount of episodes that they have. It's just that for me, medyo ano lang, it's kind of skippish in a sense
Yep.
where I
Yep.
wanted them to have a little bit more interaction with each other aside from
mm,
the away banter. Although they are very successful naman when they portray that the away banter is also part of how they establish a good relationship with each other because I think that's where their relationship set off, 'di ba? Like nag-aaway sila but at the same time nag-aaway sila because you know that
mm,
they will care for each other. It's just that merong may I just got the feeling na um how do I explain it? I just got the feeling that I kind of lacked moments where they are
mm,
really enjoying the company of each other before they lead to what happened
mhm,
to this episode. I just there's just a small
Ah,
gap
Mm,
in between for
yeah.
me. It's like
I get you.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's episode 3 is fresh from an away, and then episode 4 is a quick turnaround.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I agree, I agree.
yeah,
mm.
but
I agree.
no
I agree.
complaints.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
love the I love it so far. There's just also one thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, sabi ko isa lang, but there's also one thing. In the
Mm-mm.
first episode when Judith was saying that she's an ally, parang it took her like 2-3 minutes to establish that she's an ally. Parang okay, we get it. You're an ally. You don't have to explain it further and further and further and how
Yeah.
you want to express
Yeah.
yourself that you're an ally. I mean, okay, you're an ally. You're a sister. You care for your brother. Your brother. You're accusing your brother as someone who has a partner, which in this case is Carl or Arky. Ang cute na no Arky. Anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a cute name.
yun, parang, yeah. It's just that for me, parang, hmm,
I
could have
understand
been
where you're
lesser
coming from. Yeah.
that yeah parang okay I get that you also need to introduce people din kasi those who are watching because many people do not know that there are straight allies and there is a term ally and it's a good opportunity for them to educate the people what an ally is what that word means genuinely mean but medyo naging ano lang it's just a bit lengthy for me yeah
Mm. I had a discussion with that a little bit with with Nolan, because with regard to the ally thing, because she of course wants their family to be intact, diba? I think she's very family centered, very family oriented, and I think one of the reasons why she became an ally is because she wants her brother to, or she wants to be on good terms with her
It's
brother. So I'm
comfortable.
thinking
Yeah,
that, yeah, I'm thinking that that's the primary reason why she sort of like became an ally. And just like with any het person, I think that there are still some things that she may not fully understand. And I think that she may be trying too hard at times. That's why when
Mhm.
she saw them together, she was like, "Uy, mag-hug naman kayo. Lapit pa, lapit pa. Oh, kiss mo naman, kiss mo naman." So I think that was her way, I guess, of showing that she was an
Mhm.
ally. But if, for
Mhm.
example, I were in, well, I know that Carl was uncomfortable. And if I was in that situation as well and I were Vlad, I would be thinking, why are you telling me to do that? Like, that's that's inappropriate at this time, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's really, I mean, I think it comes from a good place. But
yeah,
Mhm.
maybe, yun nga, parang as an ally, we need to be a little more, I guess, conscientious of what
Yes.
we say and what we tell people to do. Diba?
Mhm.
Yun. So, I mean, that's something to be explored as well. But I guess it's good that she did that. Diba? Because it gets the conversation going, and it
Yep.
also gets
Yeah.
us to sort of like evaluate parang what our definition is versus what other people's definition of ally is, and then see
Mhm.
if maybe we can come to a common understanding, or maybe educate ourselves as well. Because I mean, even me, but I don't know everything, and parang there are
Yeah.
some times there as well where I'm like, how do I really feel about that? And sometimes how I feel and how I think are not really congruent, right? Because
Yep.
parang I mean, I'm not an expert. That's basically it, right?
Mm.
And I still had to
yeah.
educate myself on a lot of things. Also with the time jump, I agree. It was sort of a time jump because, diba, parang
Agree.
biglang Christmas, or biglang December 25 na. Nag-birthday na siya, right? So I think that's what we sort of missed as well, right? Because
Mhm.
what happened from the time that they argued up until the time that diba, na December na, like
Yeah,
Mark
yeah, yeah.
mentioned.
Yeah.
Um,
So
so
it's
they
not
gave
as
us
bad. It's not as bad because you
no,
can
no, no,
assure
not at all, not at all.
you're already
I
getting
mean,
along because of
yeah.
ano eh. When
Mhm.
parang when he had a discussion with Sue. So parang yeah, you can just
Yes,
assure.
right,
I mean,
and
Yeah.
they left some well, they left some crumbs wherein you could pick up. Oh, this could have happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago, which I
yeah, that's the
Yeah,
appreciate.
yeah.
thing.
Because it's
That's
like
the
reading from
thing.
reading a book. Like it would say, like 2 months after like with Harry Potter, 2 months
Mm,
after he's been studying all over. So would you like to see those 2 months before anything happened? So it's parang
Yeah,
ganun.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think it would have been possible as well to maybe do like a little bit of a montage, because
Mm-hmm.
we can
Yeah,
they can
yeah.
definitely do
Yeah,
that. Maybe an IG story,
Yeah.
or I mean that's very Game
yeah.
Boy
Yeah.
ish, but
It's very
something
Game
along
Boys.
those lines, right? Sort of like a montage of maybe Vlad finally washing the dishes, or maybe cleaning up
Yeah.
the living room, because
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
the diba? That was the whole gist of the argument. Like parang
Mm-hmm.
they're not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing, or something like
But
that.
it came from the
Yeah.
conversation between him and Sue. So
Yeah, it came from the conversation. And
Yeah.
it was there was a very small detail, like a statement, like, oo na, naguhugas na ako ng pinggan. Or in English, yeah, I'm watching the dishes. Oh, no, it wasn't in subtitle. No need to explain. So Nolan, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Nolan says Ate Judith is still
Judith.
Judy.
learning how
Judith.
to be an ally to her brother, because right now she's still that girl who loves gays and overstep, yeah, when she is in a gay
Yeah.
club. Right. It's like, woo, I don't know.
It's like shipping every gay person with a
Yeah.
brother.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think it comes from a loving space. It comes from a loving point of view. It's just that if you
Mm,
don't know that person really, and like you really
yeah.
do not know that person that much, it kind of gets a
Mm,
little annoying for some people.
Mhm.
yeah.
But
Mm,
what we
Yeah.
all know naman, na it comes from a loving space. So yeah.
right. And I have to admit, I guess it's appropriate at this point. The first episode, and you guys know, I didn't like Judith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
Same.
I
Same.
was like,
Same.
Same.
I think
I
all
was
of
like,
us.
I was like, that's very overly theatrical, and I was like, what is she trying to be? I don't understand, right? But I guess now becoming, parang getting more of an idea of who she is. Yeah, I guess some people, I guess she was putting on this persona to seem cool because that's what she wanted,
Yeah.
right? She wanted to
Yeah,
appear
yeah.
cool
Yes.
Yeah.
to her brother, like, I'm a cool sister, she even said that, she even verbalized that. So, in hindsight, now I understand why she did what she did or why she acted the way she acted.
Yeah.
So I like her better now, just like I told
Yeah, me
Nolan as well.
too.
I like her better now.
Yeah.
Ayan. So yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that's character development.
Yep. So
Yeah.
who do you prefer, a flawed character or a perfect character? So
I,
Judy is a flawed character for sure.
ako flawed character talaga.
Flawed.
Because,
Flawed.
no one is without
Walang
fault.
storya. Walang
Diba?
Exactly.
And, for people to, let's say, do good things despite the odds, I don't know, or maybe to overcome despite the challenges, or to come out better in the end despite, let's say, doing something bad in the beginning. I'm
Mhm.
all about that. We all need to reform ourselves. We all need to get better. And that's why we like stories of flawed characters triumphing or being victorious at the end. Because, that's the story that we want for ourselves. Diba?
and it's more relatable. It
It
wouldn't
is.
relate
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
here.
is.
Mm-mm. So Darren also says
Flawed.
flawed because no one is perfect.
Perfection is
Perfection
boring.
is
Yes.
Correct.
Amen to that.
So
And my partner
born to
also
lose.
said that di ko pa napanood. He says that he hasn't even watched a single episode. He said he'd
Oh,
rather watch it in one go. But he's really curious of what happened to the.
diba? So that's
Yeah,
also a
that's
good
Sorry.
draw, diba?
yeah, that's why
That's
he
also a
watched
good
Game
draw.
Boys after everything was
Mm-mm.
done. That's when he started watching it.
Para
Wait,
isang
she's
Yeah.
binge
really
watch lang.
she's really funny in real life when I watch
Yes,
the
she is.
interviews. Diba?
I hear some
Nakakatawa.
really good things about her. Yeah. Yun.
Hi, all I could see I'm still floating from that episode.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch again. I'm gonna watch again.
So who do you think is gonna be appearing in the next episode?
Hmm.
The X. Oh my god, who's that
I'm still
A?
curious who's the ex.
I think
Yeah.
so.
I'm
I
really
think so.
curious. Who's the ex?
Yeah.
Who's the
Diba?
ex? Who's Thea?
Oo
So
nga.
there's Sue, there's Thea, there's the ex.
Especially with that text
I
message. Oh, I talked
yeah.
about this text message, right? There was a text message, and then I actually had Jude read it out for me because for some
I couldn't.
reason,
Yeah.
grainy yung feed
Yeah.
ko. So he had a clearer image, and he said that the text message, and this is not verbatim, but it was something like, "Hi Vladdy, happy birthday. Parang
Miss you, my
I know that I ended it, but I miss you," something like that. So Aldous is at fault. He was the one who ended it, which means that Vlad still has some unresolved issues because he was the one who was left, right?
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
is very
actually,
possible.
we're not sure then about Vlad's feelings pa eh. Like,
Yeah. But
Vlad?
I'm thinking
Yeah.
that there is still something there because number one, if you're the one who's left, then you're the one who is basically the one who still has feelings, I guess.
Kind
Because
Gullible.
the
of.
one who moves on, is the one who doesn't have
Yeah.
feelings at all because they
Fragile.
found someone else, right? So that's
It
one.
depends.
Second is, well, yeah, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. Another thing is, remember when he was having that conversation with Sue, and then Aldous was mentioned or something. He had that little smile on his face, which gives me an indication that there is something there. So, alam mo yun, when Aldous comes back and
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
becomes a little sweet, then that could be the catalyst for something to happen. Yeah,
But
it's
we're
the
banking
my partner for me.
we're banking on the theme song test. He saw Carl there, so yeah.
I see.
Sorry, say again, Ange.
We're banking on the theme song test. He saw Carl there, so
Mm, right.
And I'm
Right.
still
Yun.
contemplating what the discussion between him and Sue, wherein
Mhm.
parang he converted another person from, kumbaga, he switched up
Right.
another person fall for a guy.
Correct.
yeah,
It's not the
yeah.
first time you made someone question their sexuality or something like that.
Yes, that
What if
one.
it's
Well,
the ex, no? What
lakas,
if it's
ang
the
lakas.
ex?
Hey!
What if it's
Yeah!
the
What
ex,
if it's
no?
the ex?
Like,
Oh my God. Damn.
Hmm. But would you want the ex to be the source of the conflict,
No.
actually,
I'm
no.
not
Sana
or
sure.
hindi.
it would give the series this plain old reason for a lover's
Yeah.
quarrel?
It
Sana
would be
hindi.
the usual route to go,
Sana.
right? It
But
would be the
Really,
Sana
basing,
usual
yeah.
route
hindi.
to go.
But there
basing
were
on the
4 episodes
trailer,
left eh.
yeah, yeah. But basing on the trailer, I
Hmm.
think their argument is going to be about Carl still questioning his sexuality.
Yeah,
On
Yes,
the
probably,
trailer.
agree. Oh,
probably. And I think there was also a teaser when he was hugging someone who was a little hefty. So I'm thinking that
Mhm.
maybe Tito Santi is gonna make an appearance.
ooh, it'll be
Uh,
interesting.
Probably. Yeah.
'Di ba?
Pwede.
And
parang
Tito
Parang
ang
siya
Santi
yung
could be the one
maging...
who,
The bridge
right,
between.
Yes.
the voice of reason, maybe someone who
The
makes him realize.
Yeah,
It's
he
very
he
possible.
he has the he has the parang the words of wisdom to make Carl fully realize what he really is. I think because right now he's still
Mm.
in doubts, pa, diba? So I think
Oo.
Tito Santi will save the day.
Correct.
my God,
But
8
Carl is
episodes naman talaga. Hindi ako makapaniwala. Parang nangyayari.
Pero Carl is feeling it, 'di ba? Remember when they were trying to reach for the popcorn or the chips?
The
'Di ba? And
chips.
The
their
chips.
hands touched. He was like, "Ah, there's something there."
Feeling.
May nararamdaman, may electricity, there's a spark.
Big.
Spark.
'Di ba? So I'm really liking that. Yun. So yun. Would you want I mean, there was a remember that conversation between Sue and Vlad and they were talking about their friends. So Ludwig was mentioned and Tia as well. You think they're gonna be showing up?
Yeah, let's see. Maybe I
Probably.
don't know.
I I hope
But
I'm
if
not
they're gonna
Or
sure.
be,
parang Paris ba to? Laging tulog. Char.
Oo nga.
Tingnan
Maybe just
natin.
mention but no actors. Is the cast
Maybe
complete na ba? I think
from those who are introduced, I think no pa meron
oo.
pang
Parang hindi,
naiwan.
no?
Meron
Parang
pa.
hindi pa.
All right.
Meron pa.
So we'll go ahead and see those things.
Grabe, 4
Ayan.
episodes na lang.
it is 4 episodes, so
I
it
guess
will leave what?
Yeah.
I'll show you
Let's look
something.
forward to it.
Okay,
I was just
sige.
scrolling through Twitter and I saw this.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh my God. Ano ba to? Ano ba to? Bakit mga paganyan sila?
Sabi ng Max Tulfo.
Diyos ko. Oh my
Diba? Stop
goodness.
playing with our emotions.
I know, right? Make it real or not, you know.
Sasali na
Or
talaga ako
stop
sa
it.
Pam's official fans club.
Oh,
Ano
did
po yung...
you? Oh my God.
Anong official name ng fan club niya? Pangs ba naman?
Pangs
Pang
official?
pang pang.
Or Pangs Nation. Pangs
Nation.
Nation. Pangs Nation. Yun, di ba? So, oh my God. Are you a member of that, Ange?
Hindi. Bala ko
Hindi
pala.
pa.
Sali tayo.
Sali tayo.
Sali
Pwede
tayo.
naman we can join that, definitely. Di ba? Yes.
May naalala lang ako. Si Juan
Hmm.
Miguel Severo has been teasing this since June. Meron siyang sinasabi. I remembered a couple of his tweets back in June saying na may paayuda siya sa Polka Nation. It's
Oh.
like a tribute to Tay and New. I still wala pa rin akong clue whatever it is. Although he denied it's gonna be a cameo. Because before, the speculations were Tay and New will be having a
Sumasalin
cameo.
ako na.
Oo, pero he denied it. He retweeted the tweet. Tapos parang sabi niya, non-verbatim yeah. He said na parang ang lakas ko naman, ganyan blah. But we don't know. So we're also looking forward to that since both Tay and New were inspirations to Gaya Sa Pelikula. Diba?
Yeah. Polka si ano, di ba? He's a polka.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
And also, if
Yes,
you've
Polka
seen, I
represent.
think it was also Juan Miguel Severo who tweeted or posted on IG, I forgot. Yung
Mhm.
mga groceries na dala ni Ate Judith.
Oh,
Usually.
because they are not really product placements about but they have to be there because they are ayuda again, groceries for our pang pancakes. Yung
yeah.
mga covers, they really parang they made a sticker, I think, of the cereal box, and it's the cereal box says off gun.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't
Oh,
notice
no,
that.
this
Ay,
is-
Hindi ko
ano?
napansin yun. Hindi
Oh,
ko napansin. But
interesting.
Hanapin
I
natin
think
yan.
one person from the production is a baby
Bobby.
of gun fan.
Oh my
Babi,
Baby.
God.
Babi.
Really? Bobby.
Oo. Oo.
Oh,
Basta someone
seriously.
from
So,
the
ayun.
production.
And
That's
they're
very
also in the
thoughtful.
ano, diba? They're also in the credits.
Yeah.
Right. So it's all
Yeah.
those little details now. Talagang pinag-iisipan. Interesting.
Yeah.
Galing.
But would you
So,
live in a house like that personally?
oh yeah, that apartment?
Okay
Oh
lang.
yeah,
Oh, I love that.
definitely.
Okay lang.
I mean,
I
it's
mean,
a
Kung
beautiful apartment.
kasama si Pao Pang, oo naman.
Kung ganyan ba naman yung
Oo
neighbor mo,
naman.
di ba? If that's the neighbor that you
oh,
have, why
well,
not?
if Anna also in Pang Pangs, why not? Go.
Susi ka pa ba?
Correct. Arte pa ba? Ganda ka, girl.
Basta nandun sila, kahit saan, okay lang.
Three will be free. Three will be free.
Oh no.
Ay, actually, okay lang kahit
Hmm.
sa banyo lang ako, maglandian sila, masaya pa din ako.
Sa labas sa galo.
Nanonood lang.
May pagka-stalker-ish na. Wow. Voyeur. Voyeur lang, ma'am. Nako. So,
Fangirl lang.
ayun. Okay, yan. Yeah, absolutely.
Mga pala, Nico says he couldn't come back now because his internet is lagging, unfortunately.
I think I got disconnected for a little bit there as well because I couldn't hear you guys. Nothing was happening on my screen. So, I don't know. We'll see in the playback.
Yep.
What happened. Ayan. Sabi ni Darren, sana ako din kiligin na. Oh.
Oh.
Why, Darren? Hindi rin napapanood. Magbe-bench watch rin siya. Is that it?
Maybe, siguro sila ni P.
Okay. Well, yeah. So hopefully you'll be able to watch it soon.
Or baka gusto niya na
Yan.
live na kilig na in his love life magkaroon siya ng kilig mismo.
That could be as well.
Okay.
Ano ba yung sinasabi ng iba? Kinikilig na lang ako. Ano? Ihi na lang ang nagpapakilig sa akin. Anyways, ayan. Anything else, guys?
Regarding this,
Do you guys believe that love should be sought after? Like, would you look for love, or would you wait for love to find you?
oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question.
You want me to answer first?
By all means.
Because
Go
I've
ahead.
tried both.
Go ahead.
I've
Okay.
done both. I've waited for love
You did
and
both?
I've sought for love as well. I mean, pero the hardest part for me was seeking for love because in the end, you get hurt in the end. Parang ganun. Parang you fall harder when you sought for love. While waiting
Yeah.
for love to come, it's more an easier flow. But a friend kept reminding me, if you don't put yourself out there for love, how will that person find you?
Right. That part.
So
I think,
while waiting for love, you have to be out there also.
yeah.
You have to be available in the market. Charing.
Yes.
Yes, right. So,
Yeah.
market yourself. Char.
It should
Sometimes
be a good
I get
balance
so
of
caught up
both.
in you.
It's like
Kapona.
you take and receive, so it's like waiting and finding as well.
Yeah, I agree. It's I wouldn't say 50-50 because I don't know if you can really put a percentage on it. Because
No,
I
you
mean,
can't.
I think there's gradations to it. Like
Yep.
for example, sometimes you put yourself out there too much and that's when it happens. And sometimes you sort of like focus on yourself and then when you're not looking for it, it comes along. But I think in a way, it's sort of like I would wait. Di ako damsel in distress.
Rapunzel.
Isang malaking check yan.
Right. So I guess you sort of like look for it, meaning you keep an eye out for it, but not necessarily sort of like full on, like 100%, like throw yourself into it, right? Because there are other things that you need to be doing with your life, right? Like other priorities, etc., and so forth. and you wait for it as well because you can't force love, right? I mean, you can't
Mhm.
make. I can't make you love me if you
Yeah.
don't. Di
Yes.
ba?
Yes.
Di ba? Yung mga
Okay.
ganon. So, di
Yak ko
ba?
na,
Parang,
tama na. Kumanta na.
May kumanta na, wala na.
wala na. So, inuman na, di ba? Parang, so, I mean, yeah, I mean, you sort of like make, like what you guys said, you sort of like make yourself available, you keep an eye out for it, but then, of course, in the process, you still develop yourself, you still
Yep.
go for your goals, right? Because, I mean, if that person comes along, great. But if that person is not here or is not ready yet, then, of course, you need time. So, for me, it's both.
Yeah, I've done both. I relate with Capono saying I've done both. Waiting gave me the love of my life, and I couldn't be happier. Same. I think the
Mm,
last flow
Aw.
was, well, let's wait instead. Let's see if someone comes. I'm opening my doors. Like as the
yeah.
song goes, nakabukas ang
Mm-mm.
aking mga kamay para sa iyong mga yakap. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Wish you luck. Good
oh, well, good
luck.
Good
luck.
luck,
Good
Hope it
Darren.
works
luck.
out.
Good luck, Darian.
Good
Mm.
luck.
Kampay.
Legal age
Fighting.
naman to.
Yeah.
Darren, legal
Oh,
Fighting.
age
legal
na rin
yan,
naman
legal
to,
yan.
no?
Legal yan.
Legal age naman to, ha?
Hey,
Kasi baka
how old
naman,
is
ano
he
ah,
ba?
baka naman
Baka may edad
22.
22, tapos
Baka
12.
22 si Darren, di ba? Tama, di ba? Baka 22 si Darren. 12 yung
Oh my
Darren, 22 ka daw.
legal age. Di ba? He looks young, di ba? He looks young.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah.
he looks so young.
Yeah. So Kupono, yes. I think I might add that Kupono to my playlist. That song. I think for our next
Sing.
karaoke session with the infantry division or kidding meal. No, to the infantry division or kidding meal. Yes. Let's keep it legal, guys. Let's keep it legal.
Yes.
Just meal.
Yep. All the best, Darren. Age ain't what number.
Ah, so cute. You're cute.
Yes.
Ayun na. Here's the answer.
There you go.
Ayun pala.
Yay!
Okay.
Ayun naman pala.
Okay.
Best of luck to you, Darren. Best of luck.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Ayan. What about you guys? What's your answer? Ange, Patty,
No,
Mark.
I'm
you
not
too.
good at giving love advice. I don't know what's
It's an experience, if ever you had one.
Yeah.
waiting.
May kaalaman na ng
Wait.
edad. Well, thank you for
Okay lang
sharing.
yan.
Thank you for sharing.
I won't
Appreciate
do.
that. Yes. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yes, Ange.
Yeah, I don't know. I just waited for the love of my life. Life.
See,
And
waiting
then
works.
he arrived. Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for it. So I guess I'm just lucky.
Right. Lucky in love. Colby Calais, charot. And
Listen.
he's also watching BLs now, right? You mentioned that before.
Oh, wow, really?
Oh, not yet. I'm making.
Who was the
I'm
one?
forcing him.
Was it you, Patty? Who was
Force?
watching?
No, not me, not me.
Oh my
No,
god,
just
who?
like
Oh my
game
god.
by scene, just a game by scene. I forced him to watch
Mhm.
the argument part.
Okay. What did he say about that?
Wala naman masyado. Parang,
Oy.
okay.
Aw, ay,
Yeah.
Kwani.
Oy.
Hindi
It's not his genre.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully in the future, ano?
Kapag may action BL siguro.
Yes, absolutely. Patty, how about
Well,
you?
yeah, P. Patty.
Waiting. I believe that charot. Okay. I believe
Children
that
are our future.
joke lang.
Future
Hindi,
place.
waiting pa rin. Kasi parang
Mm.
you can't force yourself to seek for something that's not really for you. You can force it, eh. 'Di ba? So,
Oh.
for me, it's waiting. Good things come to those who wait. Pak.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
I thank
true.
you.
'Di ba?
Ikaw,
Because
Mark.
the reason why I asked it is because I did not, in my personal experience, I did not search for love. I also did not wait for love because I
Mm-mm.
upon watching Gaya Sa Pelikula, I think
Mm-mm.
I got the idea that neither of them is looking for love, or neither of them is actually
Mhm.
waiting for love. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yes,
I
Yeah,
Mm.
actually.
actually.
Carl Carl is just there. I mean, he's there. He's there. That's it.
Yeah.
Carl is there. And then Vlad, who came from a heartbreak first. So I
Yeah.
think it was not meant, but he had a previous relationship, and um he's also not looking for love. Like he's really not like actively looking. Because that's what I get from
Yeah.
from Game Boys, diba?
Mhm.
Like they, although not explicitly mentioned, but Kokoy is really like looking or seeking for the attention of Cairo. So that's the reason why I asked it, because that's also one thing that makes this Gaya sa Pelikula very relatable for me, because
Mm.
parang the way they found love is also the way that I've experienced. So
Oh.
Oh,
kasi yeah, so
Aw.
hindi siya, yeah, I wasn't
Oh.
looking, I wasn't waiting, it just happened.
Yeah,
It's just
likewise.
fortunately mag 8 years na, so that's it.
Yay!
Parang ano eh.
Congrats!
So,
Tayo'y
Diba?
was
So,
yours?
mag-ocho-ocho.
Mark, was yours yung nagamit ba yung law of proximity sa'yo? So I
Hmm.
think Sue was saying law of proximity.
Nag-theme song test ka
Yeah.
ba?
hindi, pero wala pang ganun na. Pero yeah, law of proximity, yeah, it worked. I mean, it's a factor.
Mm-mm.
Good thing na lang din na he is always there. I mean, whether or not he's there, or he makes his presence felt. So yeah.
that is
Oh,
Yes,
Yeah, actually,
Lan!
there's a story there.
na ako dito. Sorry
Yeah, I
kayo,
can relate
ha?
Yes.
with Mark so well kasi
Gaya
Yeah.
sa pelikula lang, di ba? Ba't naging true
oo,
love na, no?
Correct! Eto na sila.
I can relate with
Kasi
Mark kasi
magka-12.
Nakikinig naman ako. Nakakainis kayo.
ako din kinilig ako.
Oh, Mark said he came. Oh. Okay, Mark.
okay.
Oh, sorry.
Are we using the
Same.
right wait, are we using the right preposition in that sentence? Okay, never mind. Move on. So Darren says, I've been forcing it, and yeah, I always end up with the right, diba? Because when you force it, it's not natural, I guess. It
Mm-mm.
can be manipulation, I don't know, sometimes. And of
Or
course, that
like,
never ends well. Not really.
yeah, possibly overstepping as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I've
that
been there
might
both.
be the reason why that person maybe pushes you away, because
Get
you're
Yeah.
forcing
We
it.
get into it. We also have a BL here. So,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
real
Nolan
life.
knows. He's been watching us, so Nolan knows. And Kupono knows as well.
Yes, amen to that. Yeah,
Met
actually, it
with
was the
the
same mood with Ange during the time when I
oh
met Pietro. Kasi sabi ko, I was so way tired because I came from, what was my story again? Yeah, I came from a breakup, then a
yeah.
ghosting. Then sabi ko, I'm tired of this
Oh
shit. Let's just live the
yeah.
life. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not actively looking for it. Let's go with the
Yeah.
flow. And in that flow, I met Pietro.
yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh. Group hug.
traffic naman dito. Nakakainis.
So I
Oo,
think
ano
that's
ba
the thing,
yan?
no. And that's also sort of like maybe something that we can say that when you stop forcing things, that's when things fall into place, right? Diba? So Capono said the same thing, that he had the same experience, that he met his love. I know his love, Maddie, when he convinced, or he thought that he was gonna be
Oh,
alone forever. Yeah, so he and Maddie are united
Oh.
there. Oh, the last comment. You're making me cry happy. Oh,
Yeah.
Kupono! Group
oh.
hug! Yeah. And he and Maddie, they're cute. They're really cute together, and they can both sing AF like really well.
True, no.
Darren says,
Sino no?
"I sila na sana all." Sure. So, ayan no. So pang inuman pala yung mga usapan natin dito.
BBS nights na nga eh.
Wait, wag kang chisera. Who's that for?
Wait.
Wait, sung ka lang, ma'am.
Oh, are we? Who's the wait? Huh? Who's that for, Nico? Is that for Darren? It's probably for Darren.
Nico answer. Who's that for?
Yeah, because I think we all have.
Nico, para kanino?
We're all okay, right? At least I think in this panel we're all okay. Yeah. Ayan.
Wait for love.
In general.
Yeah.
In general,
Yeah.
yes.
Oo naman.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta, yeah.
True.
Yes.
You
Yes.
just gotta wait for it.
It will come at the right
I think
time.
that's another song, right? You can't hurry love. No, you just have to wait. You said love don't come easy. Yeah, so
Yes,
that's by
meron
Phil
na-
Collins. Give and take, you can't hurry love. Yes. Diba?
Yes,
Wait for love.
yes, ASAP na pala to.
Oh my
Dapat
God.
naman.
Oh, okay. Would you like to read, guys?
Well, Darren
Ano na?
says that he agrees that he
Oh.
wasn't looking for it. She's on Grindr just to have fun. Then voila, I'm back on the dating scene.
Yeah.
Well, hey for that.
Good luck tomorrow. Good luck.
That's
Congratulations.
the thing, yo.
Oo
You
nga,
can
good luck.
find it in the most unlikely of places, and when you least expect it. That's really what happens.
Yes.
Pietro says it's like
Pietro
kasama na kayo
says-
guys sa Friday sesh namin. Oh, so you guys have a weekly Friday inuman?
Yeah, they do.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Ay, ang cute.
Dati Saturday.
I have my
Oh.
water. Cheers, guys. Cheers. Drink your water.
Magdadala na tayo ng beer sa reaction ng ng Gaya Sa
We love a grinder success story.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God, Nolan, you have 2 accounts. I just noticed. You have 2 different icons. Whoa.
One is in
Oh, yeah, I think
YouTube, one is in Facebook.
One in
And,
Facebook,
yeah.
one in YouTube.
Oh, one on YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, well, silly me. All right, got it. Hey, shake that. What?
Say that
I
booty.
can only do this, Nolan. Oh,
I have a
yes.
Oh, Kupono says.
Yeah, Capono and Maddie met on Tinder. Yes.
Oh.
And funny, if I may just share, funny thing is, Maddie was in Alaska and Capono was in Utah, if I'm correct. Let me know if I'm wrong, Capono. But they both had their location settings in Hawaii because they originally were from Hawaii. And then that's why they were in proximity. They were close because their location was both in Hawaii. So that's why they saw each other. Is that right? Oh, no. Okay, so I'm wrong. Sorry. Capono was in Hawaii and Maddie was in Alaska, but they both had their settings in Hawaii. But now Capono moved to Utah. So they're closer, I guess. Because Alaska
They're
is
in the
here.
same land now.
Yeah. Same land mass. Yeah. So there, yay for success stories over apps.
Yeah, Pedro
Yeah.
says pala, hi daw from Hungry Dales. I hope magpayo din si Hungry Dales sa atin.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, are
Yeah,
they
Hungry
physically
Dales is the
there?
brother. No,
They're physically
because
there?
Hungry Dales is the business of the brother of Darren.
Okay.
Ah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they're drinking separately, but sort of like in a Zoom call. Is that how it happened?
No, they're together. Pero the brother lives with
Physically.
Darren. So his business is called
Oh.
Hungry Dales.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah. Let's talk about
Ours
multiply.
actually
I have
says
another
FB.
one.
FB success.
Oh wow, cool.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, kasi we knew each other beforehand. I mean, we were FB friends, we were Twitter friends, but during
Okay.
those times, I think when I and Nico were all in the photography group,
Yeah.
Pietro and his partner, his ex right now, were models before during that time. It was 10 years ago, or around 11, 9 or 10 years ago.
Uh,
So we knew each other because we work in the same industry.
oh, all right. Okay.
Aw.
So
So we've
parang it's
been
sort of like
friends ever since. So we've seen
yeah,
each other's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
multiply,
Multiply, face Friendster.
Friendster, MySpace.
Multiply.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
YM, Yahoo Messenger.
Yahoo Messenger. Oh my god, the
Why
throwback
do
was
you
there.
MIRC pa ba?
MIRC. Oh my god.
Before
Just
Tinder, there was YM.
right. So there, I think, yeah, I think love is in the air because of Gaya Sa Pelikula. And we have some success
Yeah.
stories over here, right? And are we
Yeah.
watching the next episode? Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm watching
Oh,
until the end. I'm finishing it.
Yes, same.
yeah, me too. Me
And
too.
if there
Same.
is a second season, I'm watching that too.
Me too.
Same.
Oh,
Or
really?
if there are other projects for the both of them, I'll watch it too.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Same.
Even separate
Yes.
projects separately, I'll watch that too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
As long as there's time.
I'm still trying to look for the commercial ni Pao. What
But
was his commercial?
Me too.
of
I'm
the
Commercial ni
curious.
Pao.
Around what year was
The
but
this
I was
released?
studying medicine, diba? So
2020.
Mm-mm.
2020? Yeah, this year, or I think it was
Yun
last
na?
year or this
Oh,
year.
was it this year? Okay.
Oh, very
It's
recent
just this
lang.
So what
recent.
was the plot of the
Yeah.
commercial? Ano yung takbo ng commercial na yun?
I can't remember. Pero
Wala?
ano lang siya. Ay, nagulat ako sa mukha ni Mikey.
Ako din eh.
Ay, bakit? Sorry. Bakit? Bakit?
Yours
Nag-flash
blue.
kasi siya the whole screen.
Oh, oh my God! Why, guys? I'm just
Gulat
looking
ako.
for it. I'm looking for it on YouTube.
Yeah, I think he was one of the
Yeah,
crew,
while we're looking for
the
it,
service crew.
oh, wait. Parang naalala ko na bigla. May
Ah,
nag-try service.
Hmm.
the one with the masks and the.
Wait,
Parang I've
this
seen
is
that.
Pao or
Yeah.
Ian? Pao or Ian?
It's Paolo.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I'll check that out in a bit.
Kasi Ian was in the theater side naman.
Yeah.
But he's a
I'll
future.
share it with you later. I can't find it na.
Is he pursuing
Yes,
some other,
Yeah.
some projects pa ba? Kasi busy siya with med school eh.
That's the
Hmm.
thing nga, no?
Yeah.
But let's see.
Right.
Ay.
Yeah, and before we end the session, I'd like to invite everyone to watch tomorrow's session with. We're gonna be inviting Gwen
Oh,
from
cool.
First Detox. We're gonna be discussing Emily in Paris. So if you guys have
Oh,
watched it, join us tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Yay!
What time? What time is it gonna be tomorrow?
9 daw,
9, if I
according
heard
to
it
Nico.
correctly.
It's 9 p.m.
9 p.m. tomorrow.
Cool.
9.
All
Yes.
right.
9.
So guys,
9 if the
you-
connection works.
If the so 9-ish.
Yeah.
Yes, if the connection works.
If the connection works.
You know, I mean, we're not strict on things. You know, I mean, this is a
yeah.
you know,
Chill.
whatever happens, happens.
Yep.
So tomorrow is gonna be
Go with the
Emily in
flow.
Paris with Gwen.
Yes.
And if you guys watch that or you've seen it, then go ahead and hop into that live. I won't be there because I haven't seen the show, but I will be in the comment section, you know, for moral support. So
Eh,
I'll see you guys then. Yes, Philippine
Come on,
time.
Filipino
9
time.
p.m. Filipino time. Yes.
So
By
that's
the way,
around
Kupono is
past 9.
also has Filipino blood, by the way.
oh,
Oh.
He's part Pinoy.
Oh, awesome.
Can he
Yes.
speak
Can you speak Tagalog? Ay.
Kapauna, can you
Kupono,
speak Tagalog?
Please answer.
Or can you understand?
I think he can understand some words, but he can answer that. Kupono,
Yeah.
nakakapag-Tagalog ba tayo dyan? Yeah, so only a bit.
Only a
bit.
bit.
Only a bit. Alright, so very. So
Only a
English is his first language.
Maybe he knows the
So-
Tagalog for that's for solitude.
Well, I find it hard,
Or
so
maybe
I don't know.
Hawaiian term for that.
Alam
Oh,
mo,
yes,
hindi
that
natin alam.
Is there a Hawaiian term or a Maori what is the? Is it
No, it's
Maori? Maori
no,
term?
no, Maoris in New Zealand.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He
And
doesn't
he says,
speak
"I don't speak Hawaiian fluently either." Sure. Oh no, I understand. I mean,
I thought
I don't speak
I
Tagalog as
understand.
well as others. So I mean, it happens. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't speak my other native language too that very well. So I'm part
Because my first
Igorot, so I don't
language,
speak that well too.
right? And I'm
Yeah.
Bicolano, so my first language is really Bicolano. So
Yeah. As long
Mine
as
was
yeah.
English.
we can understand each other, it's fine.
yeah.
Yes, that's what's
Yep.
Yeah.
important. All right. So I think that brings us to
So,
the end. Tama ba, guys?
yes.
All
Yep.
right. Thank you very much again, guys, for joining us. And we hope you join us in the next one. So, again, tomorrow is going to be 9 p.m. ish Filipino time. It's going to be Emily in Paris with some of the guys as well as a guest, Gwen Dum Dum from Thirsty Talks, another group that I belong to. So, if you've watched it or seen it, or if you just want to join in the conversation, please be there. Follow us, subscribe, like, share. Our socials are Brouhaha B Squad. It's going to be on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. So thank you very much for joining us again, guys, and enjoy your weekend.
Happy
Goodbye.
weekend.
Mahalo.
Ciao. Mahalo.
Salamat. See you guys next time.
Salamat.
Bye, Darren. Bye, Pietro, Nolan, Kipono, etc. Bye.